Queen's Park sits quietly in Sydney's eastern suburb, spanning 26 hectares of open green space framed by sandstone cliffs and ancient fig trees. At first glance, it seems like any other park, peaceful, familiar, and well-lived. But beneath these landscapes lies a story that is far older and more complex than it seems. I choose Queen's Park as my field site because it encapsulates the tension found in many Australian landscapes, the conflict between nature and the city, heritage and modern use, remembrance and oblivion. In this place, ancient Aboriginal history lies beneath suburban houses and the cliffs that once sheltered campfires, now being a playground and sport field. I visit this space often, and it has quietly made me ask, what stories are we walking over every day without realizing? Established in 1888 to celebrate the century of European settlements, this park was designed as an open space for recreation and urban beauty, and also a symbol of progress and urban pride. But long before that, this was country, part of a living system in which Aboriginal people camped, hunted, and learned. Along the sandstone ridge below Henry Street, an Aboriginal rock shelter still exists, though it is now hidden behind fences and overshadowed by residential buildings. Today, that same rock face is used for bouldering and casual climbing. Through the framework of traditional ecological knowledge, or TEK, however, I see this transformation differently. TEK views the land as a living entity, a teacher, not a resource. According to this perspective, the sandstone cliffs are not just a rock, but part of a living network that saves water, wind, and stories. However, when residential structures are built above them and the site is left unmarked, the dialogue between people and country is lost. The land continues to function ecologically, but it is no longer communicated culturally. The second framework I use is Drizak environmental discourses. Drizak describes how societies talk about the environment through competing narratives of control, reform, or transformation. In Queen's Park, the management plan reflects what Drizak calls environmental problem solving and sustainability discourses. Nature is managed, maintained, and designed to coexist with urban life. The Queen's Park Master Plan aims to balance recreation with ecology by preserving heritage trees, controlling erosion, and improving drainage. This approach is all about sustainability through structure, neat, careful, and technical. However, this approach treats land as something to regulate rather than related to. While the park systems are sustainable on paper, its indigenous heritage remains invisible. Here, environmental care focuses on grass, not story. Drizak also describes green radicalism, a discourse that calls for a deeper transformation by challenging not just practices but also worldviews. This connects closely to TEK. Both reject the idea of nature as a managed system, instead viewing it as a living relationship. If applied to Queen's Park, this would mean by moving beyond maintenance to recognition, restoring visibility to the Aboriginal site beneath Henry Street, and reintroducing cultural markers to honor its story. The issue here is not neglect but silence. The park is well cared for, yet it is incomplete. It is sustained ecologically but not culturally acknowledged. Doing simple acts such as adding interpretive signage, or naming pathways in the local language could shift the discourse from problem solving to renewal. These actions will remind visitors that sustainability is not just technical but also relational. Through traditional ecological knowledge, I understand this place to be a living archive of country. Through Drizak's environmental discourses, I see how our systems sustain the land physically, yet silence it spiritually. Queen's Park is more than just a park. It reflects how we think about the environment, how we manage, interpret, and remember it. It reminds me that true sustainability isn't just about maintaining the landscape, It is also about listening to the stories that it still holds beneath our feet.